All right. Matt, the mortgage guy. In today's video, I want to talk to you if you're a buyer and you're wondering, what the heck do I do when there's no inventory? There's nothing on the market. I'm fully pre-approved. I want to buy a house. I just can't find anything. In this video, I'm going to give you real life scenarios, real life advice from a mortgage broker who talks to hundreds of consumers every single month, dozens of real estate agents, other mortgage professionals, give you my honest advice on what you can do as a home buyer, what I see other home buyers doing, and how you're going to win in 2022, even if we're in a crazy market like we're in now, where there's no inventory on the market. Before I jump into it, if you like straightforward content from a guy like me who's just a mortgage broker in it all day, every day, giving you up-to-date information about what I'm seeing, feeling, and hearing, please consider subscribing to the channel, like, comment, share, do all the stuff that helps the YouTube algorithms. Thanks for watching, and let's jump into it. So from my perspective, I've got a couple pieces of advice that I hope will help you as a home buyer when you're navigating a crazy market like we're in the beginning of 2022. In Sacramento and surrounding where I'm at, there's a half a month of inventory. Absolutely nothing on the market. So what do you do when you're a buyer? You're ready to buy. You've identified a price point that you're comfortable with, a monthly mortgage payment. You're fully pre-approved. We've shown you exactly what the monthly payment's going to look like. It's about the same you're paying in rent. You want to become a homeowner. You know the benefits of it, appreciation, debt pay down, all the other good stuff that comes with home ownership, and you're ready to buy. There's just nothing out there, right? So I think a couple things to keep in mind is, first and foremost, don't become a frenzy buyer. A frenzy buyer is somebody who's just out there submitting offers on stuff that doesn't fit what they're looking for, right? You're going to have to bend a little bit. I think the 80-10-10 rule is a good one to remember. If it's 80% perfect, 10% are things you can learn to live with, and 10% are things you can change with the home, then it's probably the home for you. You're never going to find the perfect home. Even in a market with a lot more inventory, you're not going to walk in and everything's going to be absolutely perfect. The kitchen you want, the bathroom you want, the backyard's perfect, the front yard's perfect, the layout's perfect, all that stuff, that just doesn't exist, right? And so the 80-10-10, I heard that once, I use it. I explain that to buyers, that 10% of the stuff you can change, 10% you can learn to live with. The other 80% is the bathroom count you wanted, about the size lot you wanted, the neighborhood you wanted, right? So keep that in mind, but don't be so flexible that you go from looking in one market to a completely different one. You lose a bedroom, you go to a different neighborhood, you were looking for a half-acre lot. Now you're looking at stuff that's 1/8 of an acre, whatever it is, right? You don't want to settle, right? And I know that some people might disagree with me, and some people might say, you got to get in this home ownership game. You got to get your, foot on the first rung of the ladder, whatever it is. There's going to be homes for sale next month. There's going to be homes for sale the month after that. There's going to be homes for sale next year. I prefer that if you're a buyer, you don't just go out there and offer on every single thing, right? You're going to have a little bit of a sense of urgency once you find something, submitting an offer. If we're continuing to be in a market like we're in now, where there's lots of competition, right? So I'm not saying just totally take it easy and there's no sense of urgency at all. But it doesn't mean that you have to go out this weekend, find something, put in an offer 90,000 above ask on something that you don't even like, right? And so I think that's my honest advice, right? Is just find the happy medium between offering on everything and settling for something you don't like, and finding the perfect home. Somewhere in the middle is, here's something that works for me. It's got the right amount of bedrooms. It's in the right neighborhood. Doesn't have a perfect bathroom. I wish the backyard was a little bit bigger, but I can learn to live with that. Get together with your agent, write an offer that you think you can get accepted, and move forward that way, right? So I think that is probably some good advice that I hope serves a lot of you. Don't be talked into, rates are going to be 6% by the end of the year. Certainly not going to happen, right? And don't let that be, this pressure that's forcing you into something else, right? Are rates going up? Sure. Are we hoping that they're not going to go up as fast and as violently as we saw the first 2 weeks of 2022? Yes. They might settle in at 4%. You're still going to be in a great interest rate. You're still going to have a great 30-year fixed, whether you buy in January, March, or May, right? And so take your time, make sure you're fully pre-approved, make sure you understand the financing aspect of it. Once you find something that works, here's where you have to crank up the sense of urgency, I think. You find something that works. If it's something that you like, no doubt other people are going to like it. You're going to have to write an aggressive offer that can get accepted, especially if the market continues how it is now. A half a month of inventory means there's a lot of offers on every single house. If indoor inventory goes up, that might lessen, but even so, with double the inventory we have now, or even triple at a month and a half worth of inventory, you're going to have to write a strong offer. You're going to have to do it on the nicest houses with the most interest within a certain number of days, most likely in most markets, to get that offer accepted. So get with your agent, do that. It should be, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, an experience that's fun and exciting, right? And I think that's what I want to inject into this video, into this piece of advice, into as many first-time home buyers as I can. Enjoy the process. Make sure that you're armed with the information so that you're educated and you feel good. I know what my mortgage payment's going to be. I know what the price point is. And that way you're submitting offers and it's a fun game. You don't get offer accepted, no big deal. Something else is going to come along, right? You finally do get an offer accepted. It's exciting. You're in contract. You're working with a mortgage professional you like and trust, who's going to make that process easy. You're working with a real estate agent who's going to make sure that everything goes smooth on the real estate side. They're going to help you with inspections. They're going to help you navigate through the paperwork that you're going to have with title and the real estate disclosures and whatnot. So I think what can happen a lot of times is it's a big financial decision. It's a big life thing. It turns into a stressful thing. You couple that with a very aggressive housing market where there's a half a month of inventory and you've got to compete against 17 offers, and you add that stressful piece to it. And I just see people going through it where I hate to see that, right? So make sure your pre-approval's dialed in. Make sure you understand the finances. Make sure you have a good idea of what you're looking for. And when that comes along, go out and get it. Don't settle for just anything. Don't look for the perfect house. Find something in between, make an offer, get it accepted, and you're a homeowner. If we can help in any way, we are more than happy to. Please go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out a quick form. We'll be in touch very shortly. Find out where you're at, how we can help, get you pre-approved, and get you on your way. Thanks for watching. And until next time, we gonna see.